Akademiks can't ride no wave.
Quickly, I just seen this. We are gonna keep going back and forth to the Drake stuff. I do believe there's gonna be much more information to come. This is, if you ask me, I think Drake has pressed the start button, and I think that he has a bunch of well-timed things that are gonna occur to keep everybody entertained until he delivers either an album release date, a track list, or the album. So I think he's pressed start already. So I don't think he's gonna like fall back, be like, oh, now I just wanted to do one thing. I think this is all a very well thought out. He hit play. He knows how long the ice is gonna take. He's gonna show up and do something or have something else happen, and it's gonna be like bang, 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 if you ask me. Boosie's now previewing his interview that supposedly he did by himself. Boosie did an interview, and apparently it's his kids interviewing him or something. Remember, he's on strike from Vlad, and let's see the preview. He says the interview's dropping on Patreon on Friday, 2 p.m. It's the part one. He's going to be talking about Young Thug, Gucci, Shiesty, Kodak, Stalker, Pardon Status, Boosie Bash, Life on Probation, and more. It says follow him now on Patreon. Okay. All righty then. Let me see. Is this something possibly? Okay. No. All right. I thought maybe it was partnered with Patreon. They were going to like show him some support there. Let's get a little snippet of what Boosie's interview is going to be.
Gucci and Pooh Shiesty. They pretty much being pretty hard on Guwap right now, and we just want to know how you feel about it.
Gucci shouldn't have told shit. He should not identify them for shit. You know what he should have said when they came in this bitch?
Gucci and Pooh Shiesty. They pretty much being pretty hard on.
Okay. So we have Black Vlad interviewing him. I thought it was going to be the kids, but it looked like he may have got someone who could ask some questions. I'll be quick and kind of give my opinion about this. We love Boosie's interviews. And by the way, I'm going to address Boosie also did like 2 videos where he mentioned me, and he said I hated him, which like to me it sounded absurd. Like, but whatever, I'm going to address it in a second. But Boosie doing this interview, I'm glad he is putting out on Patreon. We all love Boosie's interviews, right? And I think if Boosie relies on the culture and be like, hey, listen, yo, y'all should support me, that I could see another way of doing this stuff, maybe it works for him. But I'm going to be honest with you, it's tough to do a piece of content for 2 hours and get paid $25,000. Or get paid more than $25,000 on your own. Remember, he wanted $35,000. So the goal would be, at least $35,000, given the fact that he also has to accrue expenses that would include cameraman, the interviewer, editing, and all these other things. So it's possible that he would probably need to clear, I don't know, let's say $40,000-$45,000 via this Patreon thing to kind of make this make sense, or probably say, hey, listen, I actually won, and it's worth not doing it on Vlad. It's better doing it by myself. Now, it's completely possible, right? This is not a thing where he has to get that money in the first week. If he leaves it up on his Patreon, he builds up a catalog, a content piece, and that's my only problem with this Boosie thing. I hate when people like you can't create leverage. You've established no market for yourself, and I hate to compare Boosie to like these type of guys, because these guys are really like bums to me. Like Ruri and Mealy Mall. I always thought they were stupid to try to negotiate with Joe when they never did a podcast outside of Joe. They were on Joe's podcast. Joe basically established the market for them, and Joe was he was negotiating against himself. Which at a certain point you got to put your foot down and say, yeah, I'm not giving you that. What you gonna do? You gonna get it from somewhere else? Clearly, Ruri and Mealy Mall couldn't get that, and clearly with Boosie, if Boosie had a bunch of other offers for $35K, again, I'm just talking business here. Boosie would have just went over there. Instead, Boosie's like, I'm going to do it myself. Here's the thing, and here's the kicker. You could have been doing it yourself, right? You could have been doing it yourself, because the road to being an entrepreneur and developing content and having a platform, to me, it's going to be worthless if you do this one time and you run right back to Vlad. If I'm you, I would never do this unless I'm going to be dedicated to doing this every month, which means it's not about you going back to Vlad. But every time you go do an interview with Vlad, you should do an interview by yourself. And that's the problem with people like Boosie. They wait until they are turned down from the soup line. Like, it's like a soup kitchen. When they get turned down for seconds, now they're like, we're going to build our own kitchen. No, you should have been started that, right? And sometimes it's too late in the game. Like a couple years ago, a Boosie interview was like the hottest thing possible because he was one of the only person with charisma, a former artist, a street nigga that knew how to talk, not indict himself, kind of give a real nigga perspective. He was a really unique person. These days, you have all the street dudes that they're trying to do interviews, trying to be Boosie. Not saying they're trying to be Boosie, but they fit that Boosie role. The Manos, the Tony Yayos. There's a shit ton of them, right? Anyway, I do wish him luck, but I will say this. If he just did this as a test case and he goes back on Vlad in 2 months, I think it's stupid. You know why? Vlad was paying you $25,000 every month. You went on strike since October. So you missed out on about, like, let's say 6 paychecks, right? 6 paychecks, $150,000. You missed out on. You didn't have to do nothing. All you had to do is wake up. Vlad would fly to you, bring the camera crew. All you got to do is give him 2 hours. $150,000. And if, let's say, even if he makes, I don't know, let's say he makes $15,000. But if he quits or he says, all right, you know what? Well, I'm going back to Vlad. Bro, you just wasted time. Like, you just basically cut your nose off to spite your face. And Vlad's going to notice that. Vlad's going to realize, yo, this guy tried it on his own. He couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Honestly, like, Vlad loves Boosie, but Vlad probably at that point could give you, could lower your rate. Nigga, you're only getting 20 now. So that's my thing. I like that Boosie's kind of doing his own content. But Boosie can't do his content trying to leverage Vlad. You got to do your content, believing in your content. You now doing content saying you're doing your own interviews. You should, your mentality should be, I'm done giving other niggas the interviews to monetize in perpetuity. I'm going to do it. But this doesn't feel like that. This feels like, oh, I'm going to go run up a bag that I could go leverage Vlad back, that I could go back. And I'm like, why leave then? You left a lot of money on the table just to prove a silly point? Anyway, that's my opinion. But, you know, how does this interview look? I don't know. See, Boosie has a lot to learn too. You see, when it comes to like promotion, see, Vlad has mastered this. You got to know how to promote your interview. Like, yeah, you gave 16 seconds. We need a minute of you going in on Gucci. Man, Gucci's a sucker. I was around that nigga Gucci. I was in da-da-da-da-da. Man, Gucci, you really let me, like, a real solid clip, and you like, damn, I gotta go see this. Right? Like, when I drop the clip, you know, this is where content creators, where people always, you know, you think that, oh, Vlad is just the police, or you actually ignore that people who run a platform, whether it's Sean Cotton, me, Adam, or anyone else, like, this is what we do for a living. We're gonna get that 1 minute of content to promote the whole thing. It's gonna be the thing that catches you hook, line, and sinker, right? Like, shit, like, when I had the 6ix9ine interview with Wack, shit, I made sure I got the hung, like, the whatever minute you were gonna see on social media, you were like, nah, I gotta go see the full thing. You see, I think Boosie's gonna learn. 16 seconds ain't really drawing us in, but we do want a Boosie interview, right? Anyway, let me see how you gotta have a Patreon, right? Okay, see this, that's another thing. He says it's gonna be on Patreon. He said follow him on Patreon. I click on the link. There is no Patreon. It's Ticketmaster and Instagram, right? You know, these are things where, you know, this is why a lot of artists just like showing up for the check, right? Like, think about it. And this is what I equate it to. It's like these artists. Why do you think artists don't fucking buy a club, right? Because they're not into promotion. You know, they'll show up. You don't think they would make a lot more money if they could use their celebrity status and they own the club and they could whatever. No, but there's a lot more than you just being a celebrity, or you could perform at said club to make it work. You got to know how to hire people, manage a budget. You got to know, okay, how you dealing with the bartenders? What's your inventory for alcohol? What's your promotions? How are you gonna get people on days that possibly you're not gonna have a celebrity there? There's a lot of things to think about. This is why most artists, you know, and this is why they don't go independent. Now, Boosie is independent. So Boosie does do a lot of what I'm saying in music and touring. Boosie will cut a song for you. If you got 25,000, he'll cut it on the side of the street. He don't give a fuck. Like, he's a hustler that way. But on the interview content area, I don't think he is. Right? As I said, he says he's dropping on Patreon Friday, right? Part 1. He says he's talking about all these things. Follow him on Patreon. Okay, so look at his link in his bio. We don't see any Patreon. I see Cameo here. What's this? This is to a movie, I believe, right? Yep, these are to like a movie or something, right? So these are, oh no, it's a Cameo. That's where you give shout outs. DistroKid is where you where he puts out his music. Okay, so if we were looking for the Patreon because we want to be ahead of the Boosie interview, you can't find it. So let's go to his Instagram. Let's try to find it there. That brings us to another link. Like we essentially, so and then Boosie has a decentralized. He has a decentralized Instagram because he's always getting banned and blocked and all that type of stuff, right? Like I think now he's on the Torrance Hatch thing. Torrance Hatch Jr. or something like that? I don't know, bro. Yeah, you can't even find Boosie on here. That's the point. So, all right, let's just go to Patreon. Let's go to Patreon. Patreon.com. Find a creator. Boosie. You type Boosie in. You can't even find Boosie on here. So it's like, and these are the things that, you know, maybe he needs somebody like running a channel or something of the sort for him. Because how the fuck do we find a Boosie Patreon to figure out where the content is going to go? We have no idea, right? Okay, anyway. Boosie recently addressed me while talking about Vlad. And I do want to respond back to Boosie. Let me see. Here we go. There was 2 videos I remember seeing. I think he talked about it twice. I think, you know, people told him, hey, spoke about you. And he responded. Let me see. This week. Okay. Can I find it? Okay. This is the first one.
Who the do? I ain't gonna tell you shit. This is like that. Man ain't sent y'all to jail. Shut the
Here we go.
Guess who they call?
Now, you start making some good points here. Here we go.
TV right now. Who said, why is you? Bro, I've been knowing this dude for 20 years, bro. He ain't never did me none of that shit. I had rappers call me straight against that shit. Man, don't go on no man. Why you this? Same trying to get on VladTV right now.
Now, I'm going to keep telling y'all, I do think part of why Boosie feels he's owed more money is because I think Boosie kind of feels like there's a little bit of a tax of, yo, I made you cool. I stood up for you when everybody was going against you. I'm the reason why you get so many people that wants to be on your platform. I absolutely believe Boosie. Boosie is right. Boosie is the reason why street niggas want to be on his platform again. Here's the thing that I keep saying. And I don't know if this is why Boosie thinks I'm against him, because I'm not just going to blindly agree. That Boosie keeps, like, I know Vlad. Okay? Not saying Vlad's not a real nigga, but Vlad's a businessman. He's a businessman before anything else. He's a dollars and cents guy. He does good business, but he's not the person who, like, a lot of times we do black business. You know what black business is? You overcompensate somebody because you say, that's my homie. You feel what I'm saying? Like, everybody who gets on, when you're black, you always got that one homie that you knew from the hood. You give him a job and you start paying him for shit he can't do. You start overpaying people for loyalty more than actually their skills. Vlad is a dollars and cents person. Okay, cool. Hey, listen, you're my friend. You're cool, but I can't pay you that. You got to get out of here. I'm doing business. There's nothing wrong with it. But a lot of us black folks, we constantly are doing nigga business. Y'all, damn. Y'all been your man since day one. Well, that's not how business goes. You've never heard Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk be like, damn, y'all fired that nigga. Oh, That was my man since day one. No, did you do the job? What are you bringing back? What does the number say? That's really how business goes. Vlad treats it like that. So does Adam. Ironically, it's the white dudes that treat it like that. You know who usually don't treat it like that? It's black folks. So there's a lot of people that have collected checks probably from me, Joe Budden, Charlemagne, from Sean Cotton, that probably at times that if we were just being only financially savvy and just whatever, we would have cut them motherfuckers off and just put them like, yo, you're in the unemployment line. However, there's something about what I call nigga business. We value certain things that are intangible. Loyalty. We value, oh shit, you know what? Yo, without me working with you, I wouldn't have gotten in these positions. So that's why even though it probably don't make sense for me to give you this, I'm going to give it to you because you don't help me get to some other shit which you never charged me for. You just did it as a real nigga. That's still good business. Now, Boosie is going to mention that type of stuff, but I question how well he knows Vlad because that's not Vlad's motto. Vlad is not going to be like, yeah, man, none of these street niggas wanted to fuck with me until basically you frontlined it. Vlad ain't thinking like that. You're dealing with a Caucasian man, brother. You get what I'm saying? But watch him try to explain it here.
Every time somebody will go to jail, every time somebody will get killed after a Vlad interview, guess who they call? Guess who they call? I'd be like, no, y'all wrong, bro. I mean, bro, I'm not crazy, bro. Y'all want me to do free interviews? They gonna make money out. I go make money out of me interviews even when I'm gone. How you doing? They gonna make money out of my interviews, even with my grandkids here. I just get paid one time, bro. When you do a podcast with somebody, they gonna make money off your interviews for the rest of their life. The rest of their life, man. Only get paid one time, bro. So anybody out there who ain't getting paid for an interview, you the fool. You the fool. If you ain't getting paid for an interview, you the fool. But they gonna make money off your interviews when we gone, when our grandchildren gone, everybody. Y'all tripping, shit. When you dead and gone, them interviews still gonna be getting motherfucking clicks. I only get paid one time, man. Just one time. You think I don't supposed to get paid? Shit, I'm gonna get paid one time. 100 years from now, they still gonna be getting paid.
Very hot.
Just walk with me. I'm gonna stop. Boom, we gonna get it quick.
Would you like any A157?
Listen up. Anyone? Who talking shit? Academy? I'm not worried about Academy, man.
I don't know why he calls me Academy, but whatever. I guess someone in the chat said I was talking shit, so he's responded.
That's Vlad boy. He ain't gonna agree with me on shit. He don't like me no way.
That's kind of ironic. Chat, have you guys? You guys are fair. I feel like everything I'm saying, I'm just trying to tell Boosie, like, you put yourself in a place that you're dependent on Vlad, and you're trying to like tell us that, oh, I'm not doing it, that we like shame Vlad to. No, we don't think Vlad's doing nothing wrong. We just feel like because you're you should have been start doing what you're doing by yourself already. And also, we're not going to support this, we're not going to support this picket fence, you protesting outside of the VladTV headquarters for next month for you to be back on Vlad. Like, that's kind of what you're doing, right? Like, if you're like, hey, I'm done doing interviews, none of y'all niggas hit me up, I'm going to do my own interviews, I'm building my platform, I support you because I like watching your interviews. But this just kind of feels like you're throwing a hissy fit because the guy who you've never created a market for interviews outside of doesn't want to give you a raise.
Academy don't be.
Also, that's not true. I love Boosie. Like, who doesn't love you? Gotta be somebody like clinically. You gotta be like a non-hip hop nigga to not like Boosie. Like, Boosie's kind of like all our old uncle, bro. Like, he's all of our uncle. Like, come on.
I thought you knew that. Boost. It's okay though. I mean, it's the Academy talking shit. I don't give a fuck. Ain't nothing he gonna say gonna stop me from getting paid. I'll stop people from loving me. Like, I don't give a fuck what he say. That's Vlad partner anyway, man. That, go look at every time he said something about Boosie. Kodak, anything. You're gonna be going against him.
No. I like Kodak's music. I feel like Kodak doesn't have a voice in the media. I don't say anything about Kodak with me talking to him. I don't talk to Kodak like that. Like, I say things about Kodak because I think that people are trying to rewrite history about Kodak. I think he's one of the most important artists of this time. And when y'all try to just chalk him up as a junkie or y'all try to belittle him, you know, Boosie, you're amazing and you had your era musically and you're a legend. But when you tried to like just shit on everybody else, I'm going to be honest with you. I just don't think just career-wise you can shit on Kodak. And that's where I'm going to defend Kodak at. You get what I'm saying? I think you've been trying to shit on him. And again, it's not, me and Kodak don't have like that relationship to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to defend you. No, I just be like, bro, at the end of the day, the easiest thing to do is when we're trying to diminish people. Oh, he's crazy. He's a crackhead. Okay, cool. I don't care about his drug history. Like musically, Kodak to me is one of the greatest artists. Listen, I got Kodak up there when we talking about this era. Kodak's up there with the Uzis, with the Playboy Cardis, with the YBs. They all up there to me in importance. So when anybody talks crazy about Kodak, I'm going to defend Kodak. I'm sorry. I know when somebody's really important, and a lot of the music we're enjoying now and a lot of where this youthful renaissance in terms of, you know, street music or even music that's poetic. And also the thing that I hate about how people have rewrote history about Kodak is that people forgot that when he dropped certain albums or when Kendrick even co-signed him, people were saying, yo, this guy, like, he was so talented just because of not only, yeah, he's a guy that come from the street, this Project Baby kid, whatever, but this dude had like this poetic, you know, this poetic influence and style that reminded us of some of the greatest in history. I just don't like when people shit on Kodak Black like he's not one of the greatest. I'm sorry. I think he's greater than most of the people that's his contemporary. And I think hip hop allows that because he doesn't have a hit at the moment. I don't play that with Yak. It's the same thing with like Chief Keef. I'd be defending Chief Keef if niggas just acted like Chief Keef. Then his influence and what he's done for music didn't fucking change a whole fucking generation of music. Like, so these are people who I look at and I still see their value, regardless if they have a hit song at the moment or if they're going through a moment where, you know, maybe people like, oh, drugs or whatever. Like, I'm gonna defend them. I'm sorry.
It's cool, bro. I mean,
Y'all need anything to go with it? Thank you.
you can't stop my motion, bro. Like, I don't give.
No, and that's another thing I want to address to Boosie. Boosie, no one dislikes you, especially me. We all love you in hip hop. And I'm saying this to you because I don't want you to try to paint yourself out to be a victim. The majority of people love you. You've always been the person that, like, even when you were speaking on certain things, remember we talking about Dwayne Wade, you know, whatever, but like, we get it. Like, you know, we know hip hop had certain sentiments and a lot of times you're the person that was brave enough to try to like put that out to like, you know, represent even a certain mindset, even if people disagree. People have always supported you and loved you. You know, this idea that because I disagree with you on two things, there's only two things, the Kodak thing, and I disagreed with you on this thing with Vlad. It's not that I'm Vlad's boy or anything else. By the way, what I'm saying to you doesn't even help Vlad. I'm saying that if you're going to do this, do it legit. Build your platform, but you can't. But if you run back to the quote unquote plantation, you have already lost. You're wasting your time and you're going to lose more money by trying to make a stance to create a market, but not sticking with it. You should just create your platform and do it consistently. People will come. People will come. You're very entertaining. But it feels like just a play just to kind of go back to Vlad and hopefully get 5,000 more. I think that's a short-sighted play. If people disliked you, it would manifest in other things. We're just disagreeing on, or me personally, I'm disagreeing with you on two things. I've named them before. I'll also say, Boosie, when you, and I remember, when you, about a year or two ago, when you were dropping your independent movies and you kept atting everybody, you were like, yo, listen, yo, Drake, just throw this up on a story. I remember you were almost campaigning for all the rappers in hip hop who, yes, everybody loves you. You wanted them to use their platform to support your independent film. I was one of those people. You never paid me. I was like, Boosie got a film. Go to his website. Go check it out. You see, that's where, I always have this little angst about artists because they only remember when you disagree with them. They don't remember when you're actually supporting them, right? And I'm not saying I've supported every single thing you've done, but you've messaged me and be like, yo, especially when you've lost your page. Shout out your new page. Hey, go check out his movie. Hey, here's his album. And again, obviously I disagree with you with these two things, but to say that I just don't like you, come on, Boosie. Nobody is really looking at you and just hates you like irrationally. Like, I don't even think nobody hates you. Like, everybody likes you. People love Boosie interviews, especially in hip hop, right? So I think you saying that is trying to make yourself the victim, but clearly we don't dislike you, bro. Come on, stop it, bro.
What do you say? To go pull up anything from Academy. Always going against. Get some salt and pepper.
It's only two things, but okay.
I said his name wrong, Academy.
Let me tell you this. I was the only person in media. Everybody kicks Kodak back in, and I hate it. I really dislike it. He's not the most eloquent. He has maybe some skeletons in his closet you could always try to use against him, but so does most people in this fucking game. I dislike that people try to, I think pick on Kodak at times. And, I thought it was unfair the last couple of times when it came to Boosie and Kodak. And if you wonder what my thoughts on it was, first of all, I'm not a street dude, so my thoughts on snitching is very different. Boosie came out on Vlad's platform at the time and said that, he spoke down on Kodak for taking $1 million check for doing a song with Tekashi 6ix9ine because Tekashi was a cooperating. Boosie at that point, and I understand why, because I remember I even pointed out to y'all, I said, Kodak's been in my comments and he's been liking a lot of posts that's kind of showing some hypocrisy of a lot of people. When Young Thug was now under the fire, where people are saying, yo, what was this? When T.I., when Gunna, when all of these other people, right? More than the guys who you could easily, because that's the thing about snitching. The ones you could just easily say, fuck them. Everybody is clear in how they think and what they are saying about it. When it becomes those tricky situations, everyone starts to kind of like, I don't know. And I think that Kodak had a great point. He never really eloquently put it across, right? He never spoke about it, but I got what he was saying without him speaking. Y'all got mad at me for doing the song with someone y'all claim cooperated. I was just doing business. Okay, well, what about, you should keep the same energy for the guys who are doing songs for free with Gunna, Young Thug, and all these other people that are accused of doing the same things, including even T.I. And the truth is that Boosie don't keep that same energy. Boosie tried to tear down Kodak when he got $1 million check, and these other niggas is running. Yo, you got Lil Baby got his fucking hand on Thug's thigh in the goddamn car. They're fucking doing like a tape or whatever the hell they're doing together. You don't see Boosie with that same energy. Boosie came out with the energy for Kodak, saying how he was so disappointed on a street perspective from him. If Boosie kept that same energy, I think that's the one Achilles heels of Boosie too. we saw when he tried to keep that energy with T.I., then we see them basically hugging it out in the airport. Boosie picked on Kodak, right? And it was clear Kodak even dissed 6ix9ine on the song. He just did it for the money. And these are the guys who are in hip hop, who everybody's turned a blind eye to the stuff that they did. They're still working with them, still hanging with them. Boosie's not coming out and being outspoken about that. In fact, Boosie made it personal, and Boosie's an older gentleman. Boosie made it personal with Kodak and basically said, because yes, Kodak did respond and start dissing him when he was, going through his trial or going through the case with the gun. Boosie came back and said, oh, you were in PC, this and third, basically even siding and clicking up with the other rappers who people are wondering if they told. When I see him and Young Thug going back and forth, it was like, nigga, people been saying Young Thug, like he's not the, cleanest, whatever. So how do you pick and choose? So I think that hypocrisy with Boosie, for me, I felt like he was picking on a rapper who he thought he could pick on. And irrespectfully, while Boosie's a great personality these days, I don't think Boosie's music means more than Kodak's music. And I personally think that not because I dislike Boosie's, because I'm going to be honest, I just think Kodak's a greater musician than Boosie. Sorry.
I'm sitting here by the day, bro. You got to understand this, bro. With this situation, ain't too many podcasters going to take my side. Ain't too many podcasters going to take my side. You know why? Because they want everybody to not get paid nothing. Oh yeah, Academy. You gotta understand that most podcasters, they can't agree with me because they don't want to pay nobody. Why pay somebody when you can try to get it free? So they not supposed to agree with me. I'm gonna be honest with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the game done changed, bro. It used to be the podcasters need the rappers. Now they done switched it to where the rappers need the podcasters, but not me. Not this.
Okay, and then there's one more clip, and I just want to play that in. I don't know if he's saying anything else, but I'll kind of get off of. I'll kind of get off of that. Is it this? Okay, where's the clip? Okay. Is it this?
DJ Academy.
Is it? Okay.
You know you ain't Vlad like this, man. You already know that. Anything I got going on when I come on social media, you go against it.
That's not true.
Whatever it is with Boosie, you go.
Boosie, that's so not true. I want to make it unequivocally clear. No, I disagree with you on two things.
Go against me. You trying to be a silent assassin to me, nigga, but it's all good, man. You're a podcaster. And that's your dog, so you're supposed to roll with your dog, man.
You know what's so funny? Boosie, that's your dog too. Yo, Boosie, Vlad's been to your house all these times. Nigga, Vlad ain't never been to my house. The fuck? I ain't never been to his. Yeah, you and Vlad more cool than me. The hell are you talking about? I don't know why he keeps saying like I'm like in Vlad's pocket. No. Bro, Vlad has all these stories about him being with you in certain situations, coming to your house, saying your dog bit him, like all that type of stuff. Like he clearly has a really close relationship with you. Like that relationship isn't like, oh, me and him are closer. No.
I get it. I get it.
See, respectfully. Okay, let me skip this. Okay, here we go. They always,
Bruh. Mad at the love I get, bro. I'm telling you. They like, how we gonna stop this? Like, bro, like, you can get 5, 6 of them all together, and they just can't stop this shit, bro. Like, I know be crying in the car, bro, cause like, how they love this nigga so much, bro, you know. And like, you know, you can get 5, 6 of them together, bro. They still can't stop this shit, bro. Like, man, this shit crazy, bro. Like, and I thought about it, like, all of, like, it's mad because the love I get, like, and it be, don't nobody love them. I think about everybody who be with me upset. Don't nobody love them. Don't nobody got that good to say about none of them, bro. I just saw 6ix9ine say some DJ Academy, like, bro, like, don't nobody got nothing to say about these dudes, bro. Like, don't nobody love them, bro. Bruh, I gotta make a name for these group of who just be, you know, like, mad at the love I get. They never seen it. Like, shit can't be stopped. Like, bruh, this shit is hilarious to me, bruh, because I know what it is, bruh. Like, they not loved, man.
Boosie, please stop being delusional. Listen, as I said, I'm very entertained by you. I like you. I do support you. You're starting to get, you see, your ego is starting to kick in, and you're taking this whole thing personal. You brought something to light that nobody knew, that you weren't doing Vlad anymore, and you said it was a business dispute. He didn't feel you were worth $5,000 more. A lot of people had their opinions about it, but you brought it to light. Remember, it's not like people were just saying, oh, we're glad Boosie's not on Vlad. If anything, people were saying, why isn't Boosie on Vlad? You brought it to light. You said that it was over $5,000. A lot of people even said, well, if it's over $5,000, damn, it should, well, why Vlad not doing that? Vlad then responded. And when Vlad responded, it made you look like you weren't that smart business-wise. So this is what I'm saying, that I think that he's starting to take this personal, right? But he's not taking it out on Vlad. He's taking it out on everybody else commenting. Boosie, everybody, like, he responded to DJ Envy. He's saying me, 6ix9ine. The person not paying you is DJ Vlad. It's not us. You get what I'm saying? If anything, we're analyzing your business acumen, because we're realizing that you are one of the highest paid, or on average highest paid, on VladTV. You came online and said it was over $5,000. Now we get to find out you're getting $25,000 per. And most people who are familiar with the YouTube game, or familiar with content in general, they're now trying to understand your point of why you think you deserve whatever amount you want to get paid. And my only point to all of that, as I'm going to keep saying, is that your leverage has been diminished. If you had asked for this when you were making it cool for street niggas to come on there, yes. However, they're already there. Like, when you were, like, doing your thing 2021, and you were making VladTV cool for street niggas to think about going on there, your views probably was half of his monthly views. Nowadays, your views are probably 10% of the monthly views. So he's probably looking at it like, nigga, okay, right? And you're probably thinking, well, I need some extra pay for all these motherfuckers that came over here because of me. It's not how business works. So people commenting on your business, it's not, you brought it to us, right? Like, you brought it to us. It's not us taking up for Vlad. And what he's talking about with 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine is going to be joking on him. Why is 6ix9ine joking on him? Because it's rumored that Boosie felt a way that 6ix9ine got paid the highest amount that Vlad ever paid for an interview. And Vlad was running around and saying it, which, by the way, I spoke to Vlad about this. I said, Vlad, all the problems you're having with Boosie or any of these guys, you created this atmosphere. I don't pay people for interviews. Have I paid for people I've sat with? Yes. But usually when people say they want to get paid, I call Vlad. I am not in the business, because you know why? I feel I make more money without you than talking to you. I've never thought I made more money talking to a nigga. I think I make more money talking about you. 100%. If, like, maybe only like Drake, I could make more money talking to him. But even then, I talked to him one time. I could talk about him a million times, right? You think the money I make from talking to him one time is going to be more than the money I make about talking about him a million? That's my motto. I don't like talking to these guys. I don't care. You said, I like to be a one-man band, right? Vlad is an interview platform. He needs that, right? So this is none of the thing when he keeps saying that, oh, maybe academic. No, I don't do interviews. Like, I'm not over here I'm not trying to pay none of y'all. Like, you know what I mean? If Boosie came to me and said, all right, Vlad's not giving me the 25, will you give me 15? I'd be like, no. The fuck? Like, nigga, no, I'm not paying you nothing. I'm sorry. I'm not paying you nor no other nigga nothing. You know why? Because I run it up about my damn stuff. Why the fuck am I paying you? And again, it's not hating on what y'all got going on, but I'm just talking straight business. There is no market when you haven't. Charleston White created a market. Charleston White, when anytime he got something going on with Say Cheese, he go over there and go do 5 interviews with some other niggas with no name and get like even more money and creates a market that Say Cheese is like, damn, well, if you're not doing something with us, he's over there, he's still getting money. Boosie, you're like an exclusive player, but you never went nowhere else to get a 25. All we trying to tell you is simple business, bro. If you don't have competing offers, is what Jay-Z said, is what I did. Nigga, just do your own content, but you don't need to come online and complain about it. That's it. Anyway. And also, the point of what he says that everybody's hating on him, nobody's hating on you. We're commenting on what you brought to the public. You said, you know what I mean? This is why I don't get online. You ever see me get online like, man, Spotify wasn't trying to pay. Man, I'm not doing that, nigga. I'd rather take my L in silence more than come on here asking. Because what y'all niggas gonna do? Y'all niggas ain't gonna help me get no money? Like, what the hell? Bro, handle it with your lawyers or something like that. When you come online, like, it's like when Meek come online and be like, man, I need this. You're like, bro, you don't have a fucking, like, financial advice? Like, well, why are you online telling us your financial business like this? So that's all we're saying. When you bring us into the group chat, we start speculating. We're not hating. We just tell you the truth. So now you get somebody like 6ix9ine who, yeah, 6ix9ine got the bag from Vlad. That the first big bag was probably a one-time thing. But the price probably went down after that. But I feel like Boosie took that personal, right? Now you got everybody. Well, 6ix9ine's clowning him. I'm not clowning. I'm just telling him to do better business. And better business might be, yo, listen, brother, just build. If you want my official advice to Boosie, don't do interviews with Vlad for 2 years. Build your platform. Drop an interview every month, and I guarantee you'll be getting at least $80,000. People love you, Boosie. But you won't do it, right? Like, do your own interviews for 2 years, one a month. Your platform, your Patreon. You got to promote the shit out of it. Learn to clip better. Learn to do some editing stuff better that you could put it out there. Do it for 2 years. I guarantee you could, like, you're Boosie. You could probably charge $10. $10. Leverage it with your other stuff. Put a little movie in there or this or whatever. Who cares? Guarantee you're going to be making at least $80,000 a month. But so when Boosie says I'm going against him, nigga, I'm not going against you. Nigga, I'm telling you to do it yourself. But you want me to tell you, you say, I don't like when niggas do what Boosie's doing. I'm telling him do it himself. He's saying, man, that's Vlad's boy. He wants me to say Vlad paying more. It's like me telling you, nigga, run away, nigga. I'm telling you to run off the plantation, and you mad that I'm telling you to run. You're looking at me like, why you don't tell the slave master to give me an extra piece of chicken? Man, if you don't stop, I'm telling you to run. Run. I'm telling you to run, nigga. Run. You can do it yourself. Just run. He's like, oh, that's Vlad's boy. I'm not telling you to go back to Vlad. Go do you. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's not like nothing. Y'all can't find one clip where I'm like, nah, Boosie, you should go work for Vlad for $20K. You should get low. No, I'm telling whatever, yo, because it was a point with me too. You know why I stopped taking deals? That Spotify deal, when I signed it, it was good. Then the next year, I made more without it. So you know why? So you say, you know what now? Unless they come with that, what they call buku bread, I'm good off them deals. I'm gonna get it out the muscle. I'm straight. Because I've built something that I'm churning up whatever they could give me anyway. I don't gotta go back and forth with Spotify or with the company and told my man, why you, well, yo, you about to lose me over $5,000. $5,000? What? Man, I'm gonna do this myself. If Vlad won't pay you $5,000, nigga, if you leave Vlad and build your platform for 2 years, you make $50,000 more a month. So it's a simple thing. And you a hustler. So I don't know how we're on different pages. If you complain about 5, the hustler is going to build the shit up and make 50. Make an extra 50 per month. Not complain with his employer when no other job is trying to give him that same rate. Complain about 5. That's just how it goes. But they ain't going to watch this clip. You know what I mean? They ain't going to watch this clip. Anyway, this is what 6ix9ine said.
So it's a sad day for the unemployed guys. Heard niggas lost their day job. Got good news though. I spoke to Vlad. We're gonna try to get Boosie his job back. That's why, guys, an important lesson in life. Stop pocket watching what other niggas make and start fucking with your feelings. You know what I mean? So listen, on Rainback, we're gonna put $5,000. No, how you go? How you go?
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Oh yeah, love that chicken from Popeyes. Go fish. So
see, and that's why I say I think Boosie also got to be honest with himself. Like, I think there's other things that piss Boosie off. I think Boosie feels like I'm giving him the credit. I think he helped build VladTV, and he probably watching Vlad mess with niggas who he probably don't care for. 6ix9ine, Charleston White. You know, and I think probably at a point he feel away. Nigga, I don't know what to really say to that. You know what I mean? You know what type of nigga Vlad is. And by the way, I think Vlad held him down a lot. Vlad was not doing stuff with Charleston White for a while. Then Vlad started doing stuff with Charleston White. I don't know if it's because Boosie stopped appearing on the platform. I don't know. That's where the conversation is. So Boosie, he ain't trying to respond to his employer. He's over here trying to like shoot Scud missiles at everybody else. But Akademiks said this. But DJ Envy said that. Nah, brother. What we talking about is why the hell does Vlad feel like he could give everybody more money than you and you help build this bitch? You get what I'm saying? See, like, he's not talking about Vlad like how you was talking about DJ Envy. Look.
DJ Envy. I haven't seen the video. I can't find it, but they saying that you saying I'm asking for too much money because I don't have the numbers on the platforms. Well, if I'm getting $25K from Vlad and I'm on that motherfucker how many times a year? And now I ask for 35. I haven't been on there for seven months. How am I asking for too much money? And on a year basis, I feel I saved him money. That's how I feel, and I told Vlad that. But for you to say that I'm asking for too much money, you're not looking at the yearly rate to what this yearly rate would be. And it don't matter if somebody richer than me.
Okay, all right. I'll just end this by saying Boosie's trying to negotiate with his employer when there's no other job offering the same amount of money, and he's too scared to go do it on his own consistently. Now, he's trying to do it for the first time, and I'm encouraging him. I just need to find the Patreon link. That's it. All right, let's keep this shit going.